When it comes to growing your small business, you know who your perfect customers are. You know where they live, what they drive, and how you could be serving them at a very high level. The big problem, however, is that they don't know a single thing about you or your business. So what do you do? When I got started, I took to the streets and tried everything. Flyers, door hangers, postcards, direct mail, yard signs, newspaper ads, and a lot more than that. When I was low on money, I'd simply go out knocking doors all weekend, all day, from dark to dark. Some days I got lucky, some days I got nothing. It was a vicious cycle, and it led to a lot of fights with my wife at the end of the day, and a lot of pain in my life. The fact is this, though, if your business is not growing, it is dying. And growing a small business is hard. You either have too much work or no work. Keeping employees around is almost impossible when you can't produce new customers in a stable way. And no matter what kind of small local service business you have, the name of the game is this: finding and keeping new customers in a way that doesn't break the bank or break you. Working hard and having sheer grit and hustle will definitely deliver you some results, but there is a great cost to that: your time. I would spend entire weekends selling my service, knocking doors, flyering, just to maybe get one or two jobs. And then the next weekend, it was more of the same. It took a toll on my relationships, my body, my attitude, and most importantly, my time, because I had none. I was working harder than I ever had in my whole life, and I still had very little money. My car even got repossessed by the bank, and my wife couldn't even buy groceries. But what if you could get off the street when you're selling like I was? What if you could get up into the clouds looking down? What if you didn't have to be a slave to your business? What if you didn't need to knock more doors and pass out more flyers to reach the perfect customer every single time? What if you could actually spend much more time with your family? Maybe play some baseball in the front yard, or take your boy fishing. Isn't that the reason that you started your business in the first place? It was for me. And what I'm about to show you will literally change everything in your business, and you've never seen anything like it before. Welcome to the Radius Bomb Revolution. You can hyper-target the perfect future customers in seconds using our advanced mapping feature, or you can completely automate your customer follow-up, appointment reminders, and lead generation efforts while doing what actually matters the most. This is Radius Bomb, and it changes everything.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's yours truly, Mr. Lang at Team Wash Life. Thanks for joining us. This is the Send Gym webinar. I got two guys with me. Daniel, he is the CEO of Send Gym, and I got Bobby Walker over at Journey of a New Entrepreneur. Today, we're going to talk about Send Gym and some special, an exclusive offer. And Daniel, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey, just like John said, thank you so much for joining. I'm Daniel, the CEO here at Send Gym. And I just want to say, again, thank you so much for being here. Just for staying to the end of the webinar, you're going to get the 5 stages of business growth document that was written by Josh Latimer and Brandon Vaughn. It is incredibly powerful if you're a new business or you are starting to grow. It'll walk you through all the systems that you need. And I'm excited to introduce Bobby Walker here. He is a Send Gym power user, and he's going to facilitate the rest of our webinar. So you guys enjoy, and I'm here if you have any questions.
What's up, everybody? John, Dan, thank you for the introduction there. And guys, I just got to say, I am honored to be here with the two of you. Because out of the three of us, I think I'm the least cool one. And we've already established that, John, definitely between you and me, because you were being mean to me on the phone the other night. And I made a post in Team Wash Life on Facebook. And I'm like, man, why is John so mean all the time? And basically everyone was like, hey, F you, Bobby Walker. John Lang's the man. So anyway, I'm not going to mess with you anymore. So but anyway, I'm excited. So guys, listen, John, Dan, do you have any issue if I just kind of like get into it right now? Because we got a lot of information, a lot of things we want to share with the guys. And you know me, I'm a talker. I'm going to do my best to get through it all as quick as I can. Is that cool?
Take it away, Bobby.
Take it away, Bobby. Keep it going.
Awesome. And actually, quickly, for anyone that doesn't know me, so my name is Bobby Walker. I live in Orlando, Florida. I own a small service business. We do window cleaning, pressure washing, soft washing, and we are finishing up our third year right now. So we're getting towards the end of our third season. I kind of started from scratch. You know, we started with zero revenue. I didn't buy a business. I found out I was losing my job. And in our first year, we did about 130K. In our second year, we did like 345K. And then here in our third year, we're going to do, we should be finishing at 500K at the end of the year. So I'm proud of what we've done. I'm real happy with the progress that we're making. And one of the reasons I'm doing this webinar is I've implemented systems like these in my business. SynGym was actually the very first one that I implemented outside of a basic CRM just to store all my data. And so I'm passionate about SynGym and I'm excited to share it. So on that note, guys, don't forget the 5 stages of business growth. This is a really cool workbook and everyone gets this for free. So this is just a freebie. We have some instructions for you on how to get that in a little bit. So no purchase necessary. That is good stuff for you. But getting right into it, guys, tonight we're going to talk about how we can get you more sales and get you more stuff without it costing you any money, without you needing to buy anything. We're going to go over 3 proven tactics to get in unlimited, as Josh Latimer would put it, new customers. I'm going to show you how you can create a sales machine that's going to get you consistent clients, and then I'm going to show you how to keep those clients for life. All right. I know it's a bold promise, but I think I can deliver on it. I can prove it to you. And here's why is not only am I doing it in my business in the early stages here, but I've learned this stuff from the industry titans that have gone before us. So whether it's a Josh Latimer or a Brandon Vaughn or Kurt Kempton or Michael Dahlke or Chris Lambrinides. And yes, I'm dropping names. And I just had a guy on my YouTube channel say, Bobby drops so many names. Every time he mentions one, we should start taking a shot and we'll all be wasted in like the first 3 minutes of the show. Maybe it's true. I don't know. But anyway, that's that. So speaking of name dropping, first we want to talk a little bit about Josh Latimer. Okay. Josh is the founder of SynGym. He built this thing. It was his like baby. And now Dan, who's on the broadcast here with us, Dan's kind of like taking it into the future, new frontiers. But Josh is a guy he was just like all of us. And I didn't know Josh when I first signed up for SynGym, but he's actually become a good friend of mine. But I love his story, and he was an idol of mine before he became a friend. So I know his story really well because I think I've listened to every episode of his podcast probably twice. He built an automated cleaning business, but he built it from scratch. He started out, his story, he always talks about having like a 20 some odd foot ladder strapped to the top of like a Chevy Cavalier. And it was just kind of a, humble beginnings for him. But he grew it, as you can see, to where in his last month when he sold it, he did $186,000 that month. And that wasn't what he averaged every month, but he did $186,000 as a small business doing window cleaning, mostly with some pressure washing and soft washing. He's got 5 kids. The dude's crazy. I've got 3 kids. I had 3 of them under 5. He's got 5 freaking kids. So the dude, I don't know if he knows what causes that, but Josh, if you hear this thing, stop it, man. It's scary. But he sold his business. He moved to Costa Rica. And that story is a lot of fun too. My favorite part of his Costa Rica story before he ended up moving back to Michigan is that he ran over a monkey in his little like 15 passenger van. And I love monkeys. I'm not happy that it got ran over, but it's still always a funny story to me. He's the founder of SendJim, and he's the host of the Quick Talk podcast. So quick pitch for that, guys. Go listen to his podcast if you want to grow your business. All the information you need is right there in it. The dude's awesome. He shares all of his experiences, and a lot of the success that I've had has come from him. So it's why I love him and his product so much. He always teaches that, like, he's how the third year of his business is when like everything changed for him. He like struggled, and then he everything changed because he discovered this concept of systems. Now, if you guys have read the book The E-Myth, you'll get it. If you haven't, basically what this book teaches is you need to learn how to work on your business, and that way your business doesn't always have you working in it. All right. It's a way to create replicatable and duplicatable things in your business so that it can actually effectively grow, and you don't have to be the guy out there on the truck all the time. And when he discovered systems, specifically sales systems, he tripled his business in that third year, and that's when he started to skyrocket. I'll say, like, for me, an advantage that I had, and the advantage that all of us have, is we have the internet and all these stories that these guys shared with us, so we don't have to deal with all the hard stuff that they did. We can skip it by learning from their stories. So anyway, I'm going to show you what we did, what Josh has done, what I'm doing, what John Lang's doing, and what Daniel's doing. Dan, I don't remember if you mentioned you have a small service business as well on top of being the SendJim CEO, but I'm going to share with you guys what we've done and what we're doing, why it worked, and then you can copy me. Just like I copied Josh, and just like Josh copied someone else, it's going to be awesome. Okay. So first, I've got a question for you. Do you want to grow your business, or do you want a more profitable business? Because both of those kind of come back to the same point of, do we want more money in our pocket, right? Now, some of you might say, I want to stay a small owner operator. I just want to be more profitable. Some of you say, no, I don't want to work in it every day, and I want to grow this thing. If your answer is yes, I want to grow, or yes, I want a more profitable business, what's required for that? What's required for that profit or business growth? And at the end of the day, guys, it's sales, and specifically good sales, profitable sales, not the kind of sales that will cost you money because you sold it wrong. And what's required to create sales? A system. Again, we've got to create these things that will be able to duplicate and do it over and over again, because there's two kinds of sales. There's a proactive version and there's a reactive version. All right. The proactive version means that it is repeatable, it's trainable, it's scalable, and it's you in control of how much deal flow or leads or ultimately revenue is created. A proactive sales process is one that allows you to sit down and say, okay, I've now established that if I do X, Y, and Z this many times, it's going to generate this many leads, and my closing rate is X, and my average ticket is Y, and this is how much money we're going to make. And you can turn up the dial because it's proactive. Now, reactive sales are still really, really good. Okay, it's any sale but it's a sale where you cannot control the quantity of the deal flow. So, like, for me personally, I use Google AdWords a lot, and I get a lot of work from Google AdWords. But I can't turn it up. I'm at my maximum spend on it. So it's a reactive sell. Referrals from customers. Those are awesome. They're some of the best, probably the best business you can get aside from repeat business, but you can't control how many you get. You can't get more referrals than you have customers. Home Advisors, Angie's List, yada, yada, yada. So that's the difference between proactive and reactive. Reactive is kind of like, you got a little net and it's sitting out there and some stuff falls in it. Proactive is you've got a gun or you've got a bow or you've got a knife and you're going out there and you're hunting it, you're killing it, and you're dragging it home. So reactive sales, they're not bad, but you're not in direct control of what you're going to get there. Proactive sales are better because you're creating a lever. And every time I've heard this analogy of a lever, I always think of like a slot machine. You put money on the top of it, you pull the lever. The difference between proactive sales and the slot machine is proactive sales, we actually know what we're going to get out at the bottom. A slot machine, you may not know. And most of you guys on here might be so young you didn't realize that you actually used to actually put money in the top of a slot machine, but you used to actually do that. It's kind of cool stuff. And I'm old and depressed now. So anyway, so the first, we're going to share the three proven tactics, or not the three, but we're going to share 3 proven tactics to getting unlimited new customers. Okay. So we're specifically talking about active marketing. So the first one is hyper targeting your target demographic. If you go read the book on sales and marketing, and there's a lot of the books out there. One that I read was the Window Cleaner's Marketing Blueprint. What's chapter 1 in those books? It's you've got to define who your demographic is or who your customer avatar is. And once you've done that, the reason you want to do that is that will help you know who you need to target to. So you've got to establish who you want to sell to. And then we need to make sure that we focus on selling to those people. You might want to be the dollar store. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. That in this pressure washing industry, everyone always rags on the $99 guy. But the $99 guy is pretty happy, right? So the dollar store makes money. And you might want to be like Tiffany's, the high-end thing. And Tiffany's makes money. But the thing is, Tiffany's doesn't make a penny from dollar store shoppers. And the dollar store doesn't make a penny from Tiffany shoppers. So you need to find out who your demographic is, who you're going to go after, and then you need to go deep in that niche. You need to know where they're at. You need to know what their homes are like, how much their homes are, what neighborhoods they're in, on and on and on. Does that make sense, Dan and John?
Perfect sense, Bobby.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. Second, secret number 2 is personalization. People buy from people they trust. People buy from people that they like, and people buy when they feel good. One of my business partners and mentors, Michael Kaplan, he always uses a phrase of like, does it put a warm, fuzzy blanket around someone? If it makes them feel nice and warm and fuzzy, they're going to use you again, or they're going to use you the first time. So personalization is basically the way of connecting with someone and not just being more noise, not just being another person saying, hey, give me something, but it's a person that now has that personal connection, whether it's pets, kids, the neighborhood, the exclusive areas like the golf course or this expensive ass lake. Sorry, Dan, can I cuss on your thing?
It's John's audience.
Okay, John's audience, we can cuss all we want. Okay, sorry. The exclusive, expensive ass lake, things like that. That helps you connect with that person, get more credibility, and you're going to be able to sell more. And then the last one is multi-touch. And I think a lot of us know this one, but we don't always act on it. There's a statistic, I've seen this for years and years and years, even back in my old career in the security industry, but 80% of sales, actually, I always remember it, I thought at 90%, but 80% of sales are made after the 5th touch or ask. That means that you maybe you sent a card or they saw a commercial or something and they called you, and then you gave them your sales pitch. And that's maybe your second touch. And then a lot of people stop right there. So at the most, people are getting 2. But then you do a follow-up phone call, a follow-up email, a follow-up postcard, whatever it may be. It's on average, the 5th touch is when you're going to be making most of your sales. If you're not touching people 5 times, and I know Team Wash Life, I know you guys are a bunch of children just like me. I don't mean that kind of touching, okay? But when you're touching people 5 times, you're going to be able to, you're opening yourself up to 80% of revenue that you're not getting right now. You're just hitting the tip of the iceberg if you're not touching them 5 times. So how can we do this, and what is a solution? A real easy one. Now this says neighborhood mailings, but specifically we want to make sure that we can give you value, whether you have SynGym or not, doing neighborhood mailings, or they call them 5-arounds, or in an industry I used to be in, it was called a clover leaf, because you would do the 3 houses across the street and the two on either side. But that's one solution. And the reason they work, right there at the top of the screen, is it's the same demographical data. If a customer went with you, they're either your dollar store shopper because you decided to be the dollar store. They're your Tiffany's shopper because you decided to be Tiffany's. But the dollar store shopper doesn't live next door to the Tiffany shopper. So the reason doing these 5-arounds like this is so effective is it's the same kind of people you already want to target. And if you've done a good job positioning your company, it's the same kind of people that want to buy from your company. Okay. This helps you build route density, which increases your efficiency. So you have lower overhead, lower variable costs. It gives you social proof, because when you start doing things, actually, we just did another paver sealing job in my neighborhood, and she just posted on Facebook, and we just did a job like 3 days prior from someone that posted on Facebook. So now all of a sudden we're getting blown up with calls from this one area. So imagine if people are posting on Facebook and they're getting these postcards because you did their neighbor, the odds of you getting more work go higher and higher and higher. Dan, how am I doing on time? Am I getting through these pretty quick?
You're doing good, Bobby. You're doing good. Keep it rolling.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing though, guys. There is a catch to this. And the catch on any approach is that it only works if you're consistent. How many of you have had your technicians hand out 5 rounds after a job? So most of us raised our hands. Now, leave your hand up if you know your technicians are lying to you when they tell you, yeah, I really did a 5 round to every customer I did over the last 2 weeks. And all of our hands are still up. We know they didn't do it for a lot of reasons. One of them is they're just tired and they're not salespeople and they just don't want to do it. Another reason is they're in a rush and they got to get to the next job because we're the business owner and we wanted them to do it. If you're the owner operator, let's face facts. Most of you don't do it every time either for those very same reasons. And sometimes it just kind of sucks and they just don't want to do it. All right. So it's not consistent when we have that, do that. We've got to do it every time. So guys, here's the thing. Everything we're talking about, whether it comes to hyper targeting, whether it comes to identifying our demographics, whether it's multi-touch, all of these things, you can do them manually and they're going to work phenomenally well. Which brings me to one point, because we are going to talk about SendJim here in just a second. Guys, people always ask me, does SendJim work? And I kind of sound like a sarcastic, dare I say, asshole with my response. But I always want to say that's the wrong question, or that's an incorrect question. And here's why. We all know that hyper-targeting works, targeting your demographic. So let me ask you guys a question. Does targeting your demographic work? The answer is yes. Does EDDM or direct mail work? The answer is yes. Does email marketing work? The answer is yes. Does calling and leaving voicemails for people work? The answer is yes. All of those things work. So when people say, does SendJim work? What they're really asking is, does marketing work? And the answer to that is yes. What SendJim does is make it easy for you. Now you can do all of this that we've been talking about, and it's going to work great for you. But if you struggle being consistent, if you struggle on implementing those systems and doing it every time, that's where SendJim is going to be able to help you. Okay. So guys, I just want to ask you, is it all right if we show you guys an automated way to do everything that we've been talking about? We've got a special offer for you here at the end. Josh Latimer actually recorded a video that we're going to insert here in just a second. He's going to help explain to us what we've got going on. But before we do, here's what it is. SendJim is the app that's going to take care of this stuff for you. So basically what's happening is you're going to sign up with SendJim, and you're now getting an employee that does all of those things for you. They just never call in sick. They never show up late. They don't show up high. They don't wreck a company card, nothing. They just do things. One of you guys have something to say?
No, I'm just saying that's absolutely right. It's very consistent. You don't got to worry about an employee falling through.
Exactly. And it does all the things we've talked about. It does postcards. It does letters, guys, like the letters that get sent out and you have to open them up. All right. It does greeting cards. It does gifts. My favorite one is the brownies that are freaking amazing, which is why I'm morbidly obese, emails and voicemails. Dan, speaking of letters, anything you got to share with us on that, or can you?
Nothing we're ready to share yet, Bobby, but we got some really exciting news for our customers coming up pretty soon. So we got, hopefully we're going to add 1 or 2 things to this list in the near future.
So these guys are all on this webinar giving you their time, and you're not going to tell them this cool thing? Are you kidding me?
Still in the works, Bobby. It's still in the works. Bobby's trying to figure it out for himself, so he's just trying to make me spill the beans here.
All right, I got an idea for it. It's going to be good stuff. So here's the thing. Josh is going to show you guys a quick demo. So Dan, John, we just kind of need to be quiet. Guys, you're going to have to bear with me. I've got dogs and family in the house, so I hope you don't hear that in the background. But let's all listen to what Mr. Latimer has to say in this video right now.
All right, everybody. So I'm going to do a quick demo of SendJim so your brain will explode when you see exactly what it does. Now, number one, the first thing it does that's insane, because we just talked about, the 3 keys for any kind of marketing. It has to be hyper-targeted, it has to be personalized, it has to be multi-touch. Our system here,
Hey, Bobby, can you turn up that volume?
For example, if you look at this customer here, just a fake customer here,
Yeah.
white. I got a picture of this person's home because you can quickly capture that, by the way, if you want it, with our mobile app. And I want to send a series of direct mail, not to him, but to his neighbors. Watch how easy this is. So I have his picture there. I select his address. I click send. I choose neighbor mailing right here. I choose how many neighbors I want to mail to. I'll just say 10. And that's it, guys. Like, now I just pick my template and I send it to them. So because it's a neighbor mailing, I have these different categories. I have one called 5-arounds. That's kind of what you call neighbor mailings. So I could send them like 1 card, or I could send them like a whole sequence. Now, if I choose the one here that says sequence right there, it's going to send them 3 cards in a row spread a week apart. And you control all of that, right? But check this out. This is insane. So this card says, did you hear your neighbors just hired us and loved it, right? Well, what if we put a picture of our actual client's house on the card? So then the neighbors got a postcard with a picture of their neighbor's house on it. Do you think that would personalize things and draw attention? The answer is yes, in case you're wondering. So what I can do, if I don't want to use his house picture because I don't have permission or something, that's fine. You can just select you don't want to do that. Or I could upload a different picture, like maybe the street sign or the entryway to the subdivision. Or I can use the guy.
Hey, Dan, can you hear me, Dan?
Yes.
I did not realize that feature was in there. I knew about like the custom images and stuff, but I didn't realize that like we could do a mail out, like a radius bomb mail out, and actually snap the photo of the community and then throw it in there like this. I thought we had to make a custom card.
Yeah, that's an incredible new feature. It's super powerful.
Okay, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but I'm running the webinar and I didn't know. That's awesome. Let's carry on. Let me click the button.
House picture that I have, because let's say I asked him. And what's cool is that house picture is going to print right here. Can you see my mouse? Right here. It's going to overlay on top of this generic picture. Bam! And it'll be on there. So when I click continue, if I click send right here, it literally, in that fast, does a 3-card personalized hyper-targeted sequence, touches them, boom, boom, boom. Super insane, right? How cool is that? But that's just the beginning, because we also have the radius bomb feature, which most people completely lose their minds over, to be honest, because it's unbelievable. It's like life-changing, right? And I want to show you something really cool you can do with this. So I don't know, I'm just gonna pick a subdivision here. We have let's do this. Okay, so this was actually a really popular sub where we had a lot of work when I had my cleaning business. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little Google guy, and the first thing I'm going to do is take a picture of the entryway of this subdivision so I can put it on the card. Check this out.
This is awesome.
So I'm going to go like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and screenshot kind of a square picture like this, because these people are going to recognize this, because this is what they drive into every single day, right? So I'll say test card. Okay, cool. Let me save that. Then I'm going to get out of Zoom in Google guy and go back up here. Okay, so I got that picture right in here. Now I'm going to use a polygon tool on our map to just target the residents of this neighborhood. Check this out. This is insane. Now, there's 88 houses in here that are deliverable that I can mail to. So when I go to send them a card, right, I can pick my template. I don't know, let's just say this window cleaning card right here. I can pick this, and then I can upload that custom image, right, which I just took, which is super cool, right? Now, drum roll, bam, look at that. Look at that. That's going to print on this front of this postcard. Are you kidding me? That's why the return on investment on these cards is through the roof. If you're smart, you use a little bit of strategy. It takes moments to do it. And you can do these things manually. It just takes like forever. The opportunity cost is large because it just takes a long time to do it. The other thing I wanted to show you briefly, or really two more things, is the fact that we don't just send postcards. We send all kinds of different things. You can send emails, you can send letters, you can send greeting cards like around Christmas or Easter or for birthdays. You can send physical gifts. We have a whole bunch of different gift categories in here. We have gift cards, Starbucks, Subway, Buffalo Wild Wings, and then some fancier ones. We have like Home Depot for people that just moved into their house, or realtors use those, Olive Garden, just a variety, Best Buy. And then we have like cookies and brownies. Brownies are really popular. And then there's caramels and chocolate almonds and gummy bears and popcorn and high-end chocolates and truffles and all that, right? You can send any of that stuff. You can also do this thing called a voicemail bomb. Voicemail bomb is insane. It's like free money when you send it to your current customers, right? So let's say it's spring and you want to send a voicemail to all of your current customers really quickly without actually calling them one at a time, because that would like take a really long time and be kind of annoying, right? So all you do is you put in the phone number you want the return number to be. And what it's going to do, I'm going to record a quick voice message. And then when I send it to my customers, all the ones where I have their cell phone, it will send a voicemail right into their voicemail box, but their phone like really doesn't ring. But they'll see like they had a missed call, and then when they check their voicemail, it's from you. So check this out. I'm going to show you how this works, right? So I'm just going to record here. Hey, sorry I missed you. This is Josh over at ABC Service Company. Spring's coming up, and we just had you on our list to give you a call. It's not a rush. I know you're busy. We'd just love to get you booked. We also have 11% off coupons right now for all of our past customers. We're so grateful that you are one of our past customers. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at the office at 555-1212. Again, sorry I missed you. I'll tell you, I'll just follow up later this week if I don't hear back from you. You can also send us an email, Josh at abcservicecompany.com. Talk to you later. Bam. Look at that. That's insane, right? So the way I recorded that, it didn't sound like a robo call or something. Like it's me being authentic and stuff, right? So now that I have that saved, I can call this, spring voicemail, and I can save it. And now you'll see it right here. Listen to this. Hey, sorry I missed you. This is Josh over at ABC Service Company. Spring's coming up, and we just had, bam, just like that. And then when you go back to your address screen, and you can import your entire list. We actually connect with a whole bunch of CRMs and a whole bunch more coming, where it'll automatically connect it. But if you have, some of your customers have a cell phone number in it or whatever, for example, I'll just do one for an example really quick here. Just go boom, 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 like that. Okay. And I want to send them that voicemail, or I could select like 1,000 people at one time. I just go like this. I select quick send. I choose my voicemail bomb. Hey, sorry I missed you. That's it. That's it. Bam, just like that. How insane is that? Can you see how much time that's going to save you? It really is over the top. And the last thing I want to show you guys here that is really cool and different with our software company is that we're not a boring software company. Nothing I do is boring. Nothing we do is boring. If you look at this education tab here on the left, we pay you to teach yourself how to be awesome. There's all these built-in courses inside of here. This is just like the general SendJim training, right? But then we have this thing called the 5-round masterclass, where it literally teaches you how to build a high-level sales process. How do you maximize phone calls from your marketing? How do you establish proper expectations for success? Like, there's all this stuff, right? And as you watch these little videos, what it does is it rewards you. So check this out. Like, let me see if I can do one here. Bam. Here's my man Cooper doing a training.
Hey friends, Cooper here.
Right?
I'll be showing you how
So
to send out
you're watching
your
this training,
first
but watch what happens at the
Thanks,
end of the
guys.
training. Watch this.
I'm so impressed that you just keep watching these videos and earning all these free credits.
So check that out, guys. So you just earn 2 postcards that you can send for free. Oh, making it rain. SendJim is unlike anything you've seen before. It is your new secret weapon. It's like having a set of cheat codes to market your small home service company. Not even kidding.
All right, that's awesome. I feel so technologically not advanced right now because I literally had to put my microphone at the computer to make that work. But 2 things I want to throw in here, and I want to maybe get some feedback from you, John. But first thing I thought's awesome about that video, guys, what I was kind of like fanboying over is the fact that SendJim and Josh had always talked about how you could like take that radius bomb feature and draw a circle around, like, say, a gated community, and then you could have a card made, but you'd actually have to make the card that would have that community's like front sign on it. So it was like, if the community was called Glenhurst, you know, you could be like, take a sign of a picture of that sign. So then when they get the postcard, they're far more likely to pay attention to it because it was personalized for them, just like we talked about at the beginning. But the problem is you had to like edit your card every time manually. Now you can literally just do what Josh did, where you click a couple buttons, snap the photo, it inserts it in there, and it's sending that crap out. That was freaking awesome. And then the second thing I love on that is the voicemail bombs. And John, I don't know your thoughts on that, but voicemail bombs are huge for me. I use them two ways. I use them for customer retention and customer experience, but I also, just like Josh is talking about, like with the little spring launch, like I just did a little acquisition with another company. I've sent out 2 emails this past week to that list for that company that we acquired. Tomorrow, I'm actually doing a voicemail bomb to that entire list as well, saying, hey, and I'm going to have the guy that I bought the company from, I'm just going to have him record it and be like, hey, this is so-and-so. So they recognize him. Just want to touch base with you about the emails I sent, get you on the schedule, yada, yada, yada. And it's going to go out to almost 1,000 people, like 980 some odd people or something like that, that are all going to get that voicemail. And it's going to piss off my office manager because she's going to have to take too many phone calls for people wanting to get on the schedule. But what were your thoughts on that, John, on that video?
Right. So yeah, I mean, voicemail bomb for sure is one of my favorite features. It's the coolest thing ever because, you know, you don't want to waste time calling individual numbers, yada, yada, yada. The voicemail bomb, they don't get a ring on their end. It goes straight to the voicemail. They get a message from you. Hey, you know, we're checking in with you, yada, yada, yada. And if they're interested, they give you a call back and we get something set up. Also, with the direct mailing thing, so I work closely with a few realtors. One realtor specifically would be Devin's sister. A lot of you guys know Devin. Devin is my designer. He's my partner with Team Wash Life. He's the one designing all of your really cool marketing material. His sister is actually a realtor. So me and her work together very close. And she contacts me and she has me specifically sending mailers to specific clients of hers. They have clients who haven't sold homes in 10 years. These homes have been sitting on the market. So we're sending flyers to them and we're enticing them saying, hey, if you could do a simple cleaning, get things cleaned out, make your house look better on a first impression, we could potentially get your house sold. You know, first impressions are everything. So the SendJim is really, really, really awesome. She actually came to me asking if there was anything we could do to get mailers directly to these specific clients. And I said, coincidentally, yeah, we use a program that we can send individual postcards to individual clients. And it's worked out really great.
Nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Dan, do you need to interject before I keep going?
We're good, Bobby. Keep it rolling. We've already got a couple people asking about what the offer is, how they can buy it. So let's keep you going here.
Yep.
Did you just tell me to hurry up? Guys, I've got to zone out, so I don't see anything anyone's saying because in order for me to stay on point, guys, I promise you, I'm getting through this quick. Just bear with me. The offer is worth it. So, so here's the deal. Everything we just talked about is amazing. Here's a couple little bonus strategies for you. The first, or I shouldn't say a couple, the bonus strategy for you. And one could argue, I kind of think me and Dan and John would all agree. I don't want to put words in your mouth, that this is potentially more important than sales, not at the beginning of your business, but once your business has matured a little bit. Okay. And it's relationship marketing. All right. What is relationship marketing? I think this little slide is going to illustrate it great for you guys. So everyone can see the little faucet at the top. All right. And that's pouring water into your bucket. The bucket and how much water is in it is the size of your business. It's the profit that you're making. It's the money that goes into your pocket. The faucet and the water that's coming out of it, it's the sales. It's the customers going into your bucket. Can everyone still hear me? I'm getting a little choppy on my end here.
Yeah. You're still doing good, Bobby.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
All right. So here's the thing. When we first start out, guys, and trust me, this is a lesson that you want to learn, especially if you're new in business, but you might not be new in business, and maybe this is something that you haven't grabbed a hold of just yet. So guys, please trust me and just hold on to me on this one. This is a great thing and an integral thing for you to be successful, whether you use SendJim or not. Okay, SendJim will help you with this, but you can do it without it. All right, it's just not as easy. You can only grow so far with great sales. Every company, I used to work for a big company that ended up being a $2 billion company by the time I was out of it. So it's a pretty big company. And the biggest metric that we tracked was attrition. Attrition was more important than sales. And what attrition is it's how many customers are you losing? We were a security company, so we had reoccurring monthly revenue. And it was how many customers are you losing? What percentage of your customer base? And the reason that number was so important is you can only sell so much. And if your attrition is high, if you're losing a lot of customers, you can't outsell it, or at best, you're just going to you're going to tread water and you're not going to get any bigger. And what happens is you see all those holes in that bucket. That's your attrition. That's your customers. You got them, they used you, but then they're falling out and they're not using you anymore. And it's not even because you were bad. They loved you. They gave you a good review. But if you do roof cleanings, they didn't need you again for 3 years. So what happens? They forgot the name of your company because you were just the guy that cleaned the roof. So they use someone else because that's just who they found the next time. If you can plug the holes in those buckets, think of this. You're not ever going to be able to plug them all. But let's say you could plug half of them. Let's say you could keep half of your customers from leaving you. What you've done is you've increased your company's growth by 50%, and you didn't sell any additional services. You didn't gain any new customers. Guys, if you already got it, you already got it. But if this is a concept that you've not been familiar with and that didn't blow your mind, well, try to replay that in your mind. I know you can't replay this, but try to replay that in your mind. If you just keep half of the customers that are going to leave you and keep them from leaving you, your business grows twice as fast, and you made no more sales, no more customer acquisition, no more marketing cost. All right. So relationship marketing, each client you have, guys, they're worth 8 to 10 times the initial transaction amount because they're going to keep using you in the future. If you focus on the relationship rather than just the transaction. So the transaction is, hey, Mr. Jones, do you want to buy my thing? Yes, great. Here's my thing. See you later. Bye. That's the transaction. Getting new clients is only a part of that equation. And Da Vinci, he says, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And I probably clicked that button too fast because we're going to talk about how SendJim simplifies everything. But what we've got to focus on is not the, here's your thing that you bought from me, see you, bye. And we've got to focus on the fact that we stay in front of them. The day after a job or a week after, I have it set up where it's 1 week after a job, they get a voicemail from me from SendJim. And the voicemail says, hey, this is Bobby. I shot you an email earlier today, and I just wanted to follow up with you and make sure that everything was good from last week. It was still clean, that you're completely happy, blah, 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 blah. Okay?
Right.
Now, here's the thing, where the simplicity and this Da Vinci quote comes in, because I have a feeling that those of us in Team Wash Life, we're not Leonardo da Vinci aficionados. But the point is SendJim makes all this simple, and I think really, I didn't create that particular side. I think it's easier to say that SendJim makes all of this easy. You set it up once, and there's time. It takes a little time to set it up. You got to, you get your postcard set up, you get your voicemails created, you figure out sequences that you want to create. That takes some time. You don't oh, go ahead, John.
I was going to say, I got it set up in about 2 days.
Okay. Yeah. Now, was that like 2 24-hour days, or like how much time do you think you actually invested in getting it all up and going?
I made a few sequences, so specifically I wanted to target So anytime we did a job, I wanted to send a little 5-around bomb, which actually was a 20-around. So anytime we did a job, we automated this was happening. 20 postcards were sent out to surrounding neighbors. That was a huge thing for us. And then also, any job that was over $500, I think, is either 500 or 750. They received a special thank you package, thank you card with brownies, kind of just a generous thing. And then we also created a sequence for anytime we messed up. Realistically, we mess up sometimes. Maybe we kill a plant, yada yada. Things happen. That's the reality of it. We created a sequence for things like that. They received like $100 gift card to a restaurant or something like that with a very apologetic letter. All of this was automated, and it's a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah.
When you're especially an owner operator, you don't have time to really tend to everybody. And when this stuff's automated and you can just kind of press a button and everything sends, it's awesome. So depending on how in depth you want to go with it, it could take some time. But just to set up some general sequences, you could get that done very quick within a day, within 2 days. You can get it set up very quick. So
yep.
Go on, Bobby.
No, that's actually great. I'm glad you said that. And here's the bottom line, guys. And again, this is a freebie. Of course, we hope you sign up with SendJim, right? Of course we do. It'll make your life better. We want you to do it because it's good for us and it's good for you. But regardless of what you do, you need to set these things up because the beauty of it. Now, you're not going to find something that does everything that SendJim does. But the beauty of it is once you set this up, like I set all my stuff up like, well, I got SendJim like a month after I started business, and then I was kind of lazy and didn't set it up right away. But it's probably been 2 years since I've had to do any of this. So for 2 years, I've had all of these things happening, and I just spent, I don't know if it was 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, however long it took me to do it. But I don't even think about it anymore. It just happens. The only thing I updated is I updated my logo. So I went and updated my cards with the new logo. So it's awesome stuff. So SendJim makes it simple. You put a little bit of work at the beginning, it does the rest. So guys, let me ask you a question. All right. If the only thing SendJim did was send thank you cards automatically, wouldn't that be worth a lot? Right? If all it did was every customer you service, if you service 500 customers this year, and it sent 500 customers or 500 cards to every customer and it didn't miss one, that's huge. If the only thing SendJim did was send appointment reminder postcards, don't forget we're going to be out next week, or we're going to be at your place in 4 days, or however you set it up.
Who else is doing that?
Well, I am, but no one else is, right? And I mean, people don't do this stuff because it takes so much work. It takes so much work. That'd be huge.
Right.
If the only thing I know it was an arrogant response, but I'm sure Dan. I think Dan smiled when I said it because he knew why I was doing it. And that's why I can. If the only thing our system did was market to the neighbors of your existing customers. So think of this, guys. John he said he does 20 rounds. So we were talking about 5 rounds. Well, the cool thing about SendJim is you can do 80 rounds if you want. You just type the number in. 5 is just kind of like that number that we've said is the right number, right? You would have to damn near have a part-time employee just to send postcards to the 20 neighbors around that target demographic on every job you did. And then that person would have to be perfect and never mess up. And that person would have to be on time every day and never call out sick. It'd be huge. Okay. SendJim does all of these things and it does more. I need to pause. Guys, I'm getting a little more feedback. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good, Bobby.
SendJim does all this. Guys, we're bringing it home. All right. So just stick with me. We're almost there. Okay. Guys, this is a new opportunity for business owners. This is a new world we live in, a new opportunity. No one's ever seen anything like this. People have seen components, they've seen parts of it, a little bit here, a little bit there, but no one's seen something that does it all. It's guaranteed. SendJim's guaranteed to hit your perfect prospect. It's guaranteed to be multi-touch, to be easy, to be fun. Guys, nothing's cooler than going to an area that is around one of these giant lakes here in Central Florida, and you see all these big, nasty roofs, and these homes are like $2-3 million homes, and I can pull my phone out, draw with this little hexagon tool a circle around these things, hit one button, and I have my quote-unquote big home sequence. And it's, I don't know if it's 5 or 6 postcards that'll go out over the next 5 or 6 weeks. It's awesome. And it's guaranteed to be fast. You do it while you're on the fly. It's good stuff. You can do it from your desktop. You can do it from your phone. So here's the thing, guys. I didn't start my business to be a slave to it, and I know you haven't either. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've done a pretty good job not being a slave to my business. I did bust my ass for the first 13 months. We worked 7 days a week. My son, who was my partner, and I, we did. But we were able to be so much more effective because we did automations almost from day one. Not quite, but almost from day one. But growing without being a slave to your business is possible with things like SendJim, and specifically with SendJim. Guys, Tim Kroll shared a story with me. Tim's an awesome dude. He was on my podcast. Shameless plug, Journey of a New Entrepreneur podcast. It's awesome. You should go listen to it where podcasts are. But Tim was one of my guests. It's one of my favorite episodes that we did. This dude is extremely successful. He told a story. He used to have a service business. His wife set up an appointment for a family photo shoot, which I don't know if you guys are like me, but when my wife does that shit, sorry, Dan, didn't mean to, sorry about the cursing on your webinar here, but when my wife sets that stuff up, of course you find out, you find out about it like 6 weeks in advance. So it just pisses me off for 6 weeks. I know I've got to do this. I got to wear a shirt that I'm not comfortable in and all that stuff. So anyway, or you got to wear matching stuff. And I don't know anything that's more degrading than that in life. But his wife set it up. Tim never showed up to it. He was out marketing his business instead. And he used the old excuse, don't you know I'm building this for us? Yeah, I wasn't there, but I did it for us. Now, these are my words, not Tim's. His wife would never say this, but his wife was basically like, F you, Tim. There's a Bobby Walker paraphrase there. But, you know, she just said, Tim, I don't care about the business. I don't care about the money. The family, we just need you. And that was like a big eye-opener to him. He was speechless, and that's when he realized he needed a new way of doing things. And Tim didn't sign up for SendJim back then. This was before SendJim. But this is when Tim realized he needed to start automating things and systemizing things in his business. The rules have changed in business, guys. And Tim's a phenomenal person, and it'd be very difficult to repeat his success that he's had. But the beauty is we all now have access to simple, easy-to-use systems like SendJim to help us get there. All right. So today, here we come, guys. It's coming home.
The moment everyone's been waiting for, Bobby. We're getting more questions.
We're going to make you an offer that only exists right here and right now on this webinar. Okay. This offer literally has not been offered anywhere. What was that, Mr. Lang?
I said, this is it. This offer has not been offered anywhere. This is the best offer you're going to hear right here, right now.
It's, as a matter of fact, it's Team Watch Live exclusive because this is the Team Watch Live webinar. So it's never been offered to anyone else.
I did not agree to do this unless it was an exclusive offer just for you guys. I swear.
Yep. It's the truth. I was a part of some of those conversations. So here's the thing. You guys ready? I'm not going to hit the button. Okay, I'll hit the button. Here we go. So here's the deal. Currently, if you just go to SendJim's website, you're going to pay $99 a month for SendJim. Okay. So that employee that sends out those 20 rounds, that employee that makes the voice, sends the phone calls the day before to remind them about the appointment, and that employee that sends the follow-up phone call a week later, along with a postcard that's a thank you and all of that stuff, you just pay $99 for it. Okay. It's nothing. A year for that person that doesn't get the Team Watch Life deal, they're going to pay almost $1,200. So in 1 year, the normal SendJim customer is going to, I'll round it up to $1,200. Okay.
Right.
You're not going to pay that. All right. So any Team Watch Life person that's on this webinar that signs up tonight, you are going to get a special deal. And I want to be very clear, guys, we are not going to give the deal to you if you don't sign up tonight. So this is not some BS that if you sign up tonight because it's the special and then tomorrow someone, straggled behind, they're not going to get it. Okay. You've got to commit to it tonight. So here's the deal. Every customer or every person, every one of us has like an average ticket cost. We're going to go kind of low and say, if your average ticket cost was $400 for a new customer, all right, the value of a customer for you at almost $1,200 at normal SynGym prices, basically that means that it cost you 3 customers, or you would just have to get 3 customers in your first year from SynGym for it to pay for itself. Mr. Lang, can you get more than 3 customers in your first year by using SynGym all day, every day?
Of course.
Of course. All right. All you got to have is 3, guys. 3 customers
3
pays for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I mean, send some 5 rounds, yada yada. I mean, it's a cakewalk.
It's a done deal. So here's the deal. Annual access for you tonight, it's $799. Okay. So I can't do the math. That's 8, 9, 10, 11. What is that? $400 off basically? Is that really basically $400 off?
4 free months, Bobby.
Yeah. 4 free months. Is that what it is?
4 free months.
Okay. So basically you're getting 4 free months. You sign up tonight, guys, just click that button. All right. Click the button and you sign up right now. Others are paying over $1,100, almost $1,200. You're going to pay $799. But wait, there's more, okay? So you're not just going to get those 4 free months. So this is the awesome thing. There's going to be some webinar bonuses, all right? The first one is SynGym University. Now, you saw Latimer talk about that a little bit. Here's the cool thing about SynGym University. You don't just get access to these classes on how to set it up. SynGym literally pays you to go through it. I don't remember exactly how many credits because there's SynGym University, but once you go through it, you're going to get, I don't know what, 40 credits or something like that.
It's like 150 to 200.
150, Bobby.
Okay. I knew it was a lot. I didn't remember. And a credit, guys, like it's a postcard. It's you can send out 150 postcards to the most expensive neighborhood in your area.
The $799 will pay for itself just by the free university that they're offering.
Exactly.
I promise you.
Exactly. Bonus number 2, relationship marketing masterclass. It's another one of those training things that you're going to go through. We talked about it on this webinar tonight, but Latimer is going to take you through it. It's one that he's already recorded. He's the master for this marketing masterclass, and he's going to go in depth with you guys and teach you how to keep those holes in the bucket filled so you keep your customers. All right. You get more credits when you complete that masterclass too. Bonus number 3, the 5-round masterclass. Josh is going to teach you the proper way to set up your sequences and everything, how to send them out, what the cards need to be like, yada, yada, yada. All right. Guess what happens when you finish the masterclass? John, do you have an idea? I put him on the spot. You get more credits. You get more credits when you finish.
Yeah. You get more credits.
So guys, listen, the average American spends $2,700 a year on lunch. And if you're like me, when you're in a service business, you buy ridiculously expensive lunches because you're out and about and it's unhealthy, and it's why I'm a fat ass now after 3 years of doing this thing.
This is the average American for an entrepreneur. I mean, it's probably double or triple that.
Exactly. $700, guys, a small fraction. The average American, John Lang, I don't know if you know this, the average American spends $775 a year vaping. Did you know that, John?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that stuff kills you, man. Do you not read these things? That stuff kills you. I'm kidding, vapors. I'm just teasing. But the average American is spending $800 on vices. Guys, do you want to kill yourself sooner Or do you want to grow your business faster? All right, come on. But I'm going to back up again. So
I
look at
didn't know
this.
that was in there.
Let's say you spend. We all know that if you drink on Friday nights, you spend more than $775 a year. But if you put $7.99 in Sin Gym instead, you can buy top shelf liquor on Friday nights because it's going to be making you money, and you'll have more than $775 to spend. All right, so guys, follow me, guys. I'm leading you to the promised land. $7.99. Hit the button. All right. Successful business people don't spend money; they invest it.
Mm,
Successful business people don't say, "What does this cost me?" They say, "What will this make me?"
right.
Guys, it's $800. It's 2 house washes or 1 decent house wash. It's 1 good window cleaning job. If you have a maid service, it's less than the annual value of 1 customer it gets for you.
It's nothing. It's a day's work.
It's a day's work. So, guys, get this. I already went to this one, but on John's thing, and everyone in Team Wash Life brags, we know everyone in there makes $5,000 a day pressure washing. So it's not even a day's work for you guys. All right.
Right.
Bonus number 4. Only for people that sign up tonight, you get 100 free credits. That's on top of all the other credits we're talking about. I think that's going to get you to somewhere around, 350 credits once you've been through all the courses and everything. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah, that's close, Bobby. What I can
Ballpark.
tell you is that the 100 free credits and the 100 voicemail bombs, all
1,000.
free, that's going to come up to $621. So if they just use all the credits and all the free stuff we're giving them, that leaves the membership at just over $100. So
Right.
Guys, let's make sure we're on the same page here. The normal person is going to pay almost $1,200 a year. You're going to pay $799, but you get 100 free credits and 1,000 voicemail bombs. The
Right.
day you get set up in Sin Gym, you can send out a voicemail to your 1,000 best customers and tell them to book for gutter cleaning tomorrow because the holidays are coming. All right. Your cost, so you said that's $500 or $600 worth of value with all
over
these credits.
$600.
So you're basically spending $200 on your annual membership for Sin Gym. All right. Next
And-
slide. Oh, go ahead, John.
Well, before you go to the next slide, just listen. This offer you're seeing, bonus number 4, this is Team Wash Life exclusive. This has not been seen anywhere else. This is Sin Gym, Team Wash Life exclusive webinar. So
Thank Mr. Lang.
yes, I pushed for this for you guys. So, appreciate this, really.
Number 5, guys, you get a sample pack automatically sent out to you. All right. The second you sign up, Dan, tonight before he goes to bed, is going to make sure each one of your sample packs come out. I think Dan, does it include brownies?
It does. And the beauty of it is I don't have to stay tonight because I've got Jim sitting here all night sending this stuff.
You got Jim sending that stuff out. So you guys, you're going to get a sample pack of some cards, brownies, some great stuff. It's awesome. And then bonus number 6. All right. The Sales and Marketing Super Course. Josh Latimer created this last year, and he's been selling it for, almost 2 years now, I guess. They sell it for $9.97. I bought it back when it came out. And I'll be honest with you, I think I got it. Did you too, John? I think I paid Dan did too. You weren't
Before I was the CEO, I bought this.
I bought it for $9.97.
So did I.
I think I got it cheaper. I think I got it for $500. I think in the first 30 days it was discounted or something. But I know that it's been selling for $9.97. Anyone that signs up with Sin Gym tonight, and only those people, you can get the super course for $299. Now, listen, I understand that you're paying for that. But here's the thing. What is a super course? Is it 14 classes? I kind of forget now because it's been so long since I've been through it. Was it 14, Dan? Let's call it.
I think it's 17 different modules.
17. So here's what happened. Josh Latimer got 17 high-profile guys that have killed it. And they've done everything. They went from how to sell bundle packages, how to sell higher ticket prices, how to set up Facebook ads, how to got relationship marketing stuff's in there. I can't even remember it all. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I did one module that Brandon Vaughn taught, implemented it. the first week, I'm not even lying. Once I was able to implement it, like I printed off something, literally the first day paid for the sales and marketing super course ×3 for me. All right. So if you want it, you want to boost up your sales and marketing, that's a great value for you. So guys, here's how it works. You sign up right now, click the button. We're going to send you an email with a link. Dan's team is going to reach out. He's going to make sure that you get set up and everything. $7.99, and that's that. All right. One thing, we promised you guys we were going to give you a freebie, whether you buy or not. The 5 stages of business growth. Now listen, this is not a trick to get you in a marketing funnel or anything like that. This is a great booklet. It's a PDF. You can print it off. You can look at it on your computer. And basically what it's going to do is it takes you through the 5 stages of business growth that Latimer and Brandon Vaughn, both of these guys are titans in the industry. They put it together. And basically they show you everything that you need to get set up to be able to get to that next step. It shows you what you need to work on to get there. So all you do is you send a text message to that 44222 number. I'm going to leave that up there for a second. Get your phone out and snap a photo of that real quick if you're not doing it right now. So we'll write it down, 44222, and you're going to text. No, the number that you send it to is 44222. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The message you send is huge list. It's all caps, one word. Okay. HUGELIST. So I'm going to leave it up for about 10 more seconds so you guys can take a photo, write that down. And I lied. It's only going to be 5 seconds. So I'm going to go to this next screen, same stuff. And here's how it works. So if you look over on the left, 44222, you type in huge list. And then it sends you a message. It says, hello, please reply with a text containing only your email address so we can send you everything we promised. And then you just put in your email address right there. And then you're going to get an email with a downloadable link to that PDF. It's good stuff. Okay. Now, guys, here's the deal. Don't take advantage of this last slide. Okay. If you still have questions, you can reach out to Dan tomorrow. All right. But you don't get the deal unless you sign up tonight. If you have questions, this 800 number, it's not going to work tonight. No one's working tonight. But you can reach out. You can ask more questions, but the $7.99 deal is only available tonight. So I'm going to say this one more time because I want to be very clear, because it's only fair to the people that signed up. If you're not signing up tonight, you will not be able to say, well, I'm friends with John Lang, so tomorrow I'll get John to give me the deal. I'm not authorized to do it. John's not authorized to do it. And with integrity, Dan can't do it because it wouldn't be fair to the guys that made the decision to sign up tonight.
Hey, Bobby, let me just add to that too. If you sign up tonight at $7.99 and you sleep on it, and tomorrow or a week later you email me and this was not something you should have done, I will refund you your money, no questions asked. So I'll extend that as well. I'm very confident that our team can make you successful using our tools, but you do have to sign up tonight.
Wow. Okay. Guys, it doesn't get better than that. That's a confident 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. So,
guys, it's a house wash and a half, and if you're not making money from it, Daniel just told you he will refund your money. Just sign up and get it over with. I promise you this is worth it. I have never steered you wrong on the Team Wash Life channel, and I'm not doing it right now. This Send Jim program works 100%.
I just want to say thank you, everybody from Team Wash Life. I appreciate it. Thank you, John, for letting us speak to all your loyal followers. And Bobby, thanks so much for giving us a little bit of education.
Yeah, you bet, guys. I've enjoyed it. So listen, guys, we're going to open it up for question and answer. So we're just going to do it. I don't remember how this works, but I don't know if the comments go to Dan's inbox or if we're just going to scroll through the comment section. But guys, at this point, we're going to start doing that. We're going to take questions, and we'll be happy. We're going to stick around for a little while. So if you have any questions, let us know. And while we're answering questions, get in there, click that button, sign up. Because Dan, John, we need to stay on here for a little while so the guys have an opportunity to go ahead and process everything. So guys.
Yep, we'll stay around.
Yep, shoot away and let's do this.
All right, guys. So what does everybody think out there? This is Daniel, by the way. You haven't seen me yet on the camera. We've got John and Bobby here. I want to answer a few questions. Keep them coming in the chat. I'll be looking. We've been seeing a lot of the pricing questions. So let me quickly explain the pricing. Probably the most confusing thing about SynGym, and I apologize for that. So the $7.99 gets you a 1 year of access to our system using the tools that we just talked about. Then you purchase credits. Credits are 69 cents. And the way the credits work, the credits are how you purchase anything that you send. So for one credit, it's 69 cents. One credit equals one postcard, front and back, 4x6, UV coated, color printing, super high quality cardstock, all of that. So one credit, one postcard, 69 cents, all that's equal. A voicemail is a half a credit, so 34.5 cents. Let's see what else. The brownies are really popular. That's $10.35. It's 15 credits. Comes with a beautiful greeting card that you select. You can customize the message. All of this is sent first class postage. What else, Bobby and John, do we send a lot of that people would like to know about? Oh, we got a letter in an envelope. That's an option. That is 2 credits. So I can't do 69 cents times 2 in my head, but yeah, that's how much that costs. So that hopefully answers the pricing. I see a lot of questions coming in here. Let's see. How many postcards can we send if we sign up tonight? You can send as many as you want as long as you buy the credits. You're going to get 100 free credits. So right off the bat, you'll be able to send 100 free postcards tonight. Thanks, Rick Rice and Thomas, for the good feedback. We appreciate it. We put a lot of hard work into this, and I know John negotiated his butt off to get this deal. So as I was watching it, I'm just thinking, man, what did I do? So Jim, no, credits are not $1. They're 69 cents. I think somebody asked about some statistics earlier. Bobby, you want to answer that one?
Audio, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, we can't hear you all of a sudden. Did you turn off your mic? All right, we'll go to the next. Any other questions out there? I'm happy to answer them. Tell me what you guys are thinking. Let me know what other questions you have. We'd love to. My credit card has a 3. Never mind. Let's see. That's not a question. The keto diet. Yeah, the brownies are not keto friendly. I'm gluten free. We don't have gluten free brownies either. So we're in the same boat there, Jim. Bobby, it sounds like your headphones ran out of batteries right at the right time. Thank goodness. We don't need you anyways. You did your part. All right, let's see what else do we got here. Looking for other questions. John, you see any questions in here we haven't answered?
No, I was just looking at Jeff's. I already have it, but I ran the text just to make sure it was working, and I got it. So I would just tell Jeff, just check your, make sure it's the right number. It was 44222.
Yeah, check your spam folder too, your junk folder. So what happens to, let me answer this question. Does it work for B2B sales? I run a janitorial company from Justin. Yes, it actually does. It works really, really strong on the relationship management side. So you're going to still want to stay up to date with your customers. You're going to want to, send them brownies for Christmas, send them, cards like that for special occasions. But from a sales perspective and client acquisition, I'll be honest, it's not the best tool because honestly, depending on the size of the business, if you're looking at mom and pop stuff, yes, it'll work. If you're sending to a big corporation in a big building, it's probably a good indication that they have somebody that's picking up their mail that's not the buyer, and they're going to toss it. So just so you know there, don't be sending a bunch of radius bombs or random postcards to large commercial buildings. Let's see what else we got here. Does the rate go up after the first year? Nope, it is $7.99. You are locked into that annually. Let's see here. Anything else?
Rusty mentioned that the offer was $7.99 for a 2-week trial. And what add-ons are we offering? It was the 100 credits and 1,000 voicemail bombs, right, Daniel?
Yep, 100 free credits, 1,000 voicemail bombs, and then if you do sign up, you'll have the opportunity to buy the super course for $2.99. It's not necessarily a free trial, just technically, because we are going to charge your card when you sign up, but we do have that money back guarantee if for some reason we can't make you successful. How do I sign up today if my car? Jim, call me tomorrow if you're having credit card troubles, and I can help you. I gave you the phone number. I think it's the 85. Our phone number. I don't have it memorized. How sad is that? I'm going to turn around and read it to you. The 855-663-5937. It's also in the chat somewhere. Let's see. Logging off and back on. Oh, that's Bobby. Man, come on, Bobby. You did all that, and now you're having technical problems?
Yeah, that's a bummer.
John, anything you want to say to your people? I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys joining again and thinking about our company, giving us a chance. We really pride ourselves and we're passionate about making small business, especially home service businesses, successful. And we will do everything we can to make you as big and strong as the businesses that Bobby and John own. How much are voicemail bombs? Sorry. 34.5 cents. So they're a half a credit, 34.5 cents. You can also send email with our system. Emails are free. Yes, you can cancel anytime, no fees. There's no contract.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you now, man.
Oh my God. I don't know what happened. That's driving me crazy. Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. We got you, Bob.
Are you in the middle of a question? Because I had one I was going to answer for you, but I don't know where you guys are at.
Let me answer this from Chariot Cleaning. If we have our own postcards already, it's still 69 cents. You can upload a custom postcard design. Yes, it's still 69 cents. But the way the system works, you can't like provide us postcards and we'll send them out for you like physical cards. The way the system works is you're going to submit the order on our website. That card is going to be sent to our print vendor that night. And then in the morning, those cards are going to be printed and taken to the post office and sent out via first-class mail. So we would have no way of actually facilitating any physical postcards you already have. But if you do have your own custom design, you can upload it. But it is still 69 cents.
Yeah. So I can't see it now because I had to log out and back in, but there was a question somebody asked. They said, what is mine and John's return on this stuff? Now, I've got an answer for you, and I actually have some numbers I'm going to show you, but I do want to be clear. For me, I'm not the best at tracking everything exactly. So like if I have a repeat customer come back to me, I don't necessarily track it all. Some of it just kind of goes into my CRM instead of my sales software. But in the last 12 months, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you read that? Mm-hmm. So in the last 12 months, I've booked $45,000 in some repeat work just that I'm tracking through there. All right. And
all of that tied to SynJim?
Well, SynJim's a part of it, so my retention strategy, so SynJim is doing the voicemails and doing the postcards, and then I'm sending emails out. So those three things are what's getting my customers coming back. I'm not doing any other work at all. So SynJim will send an email, SynJim will send a postcard, SynJim will send a voicemail. And now I'm going to tell you that's probably, guys, I'm not even lying. If you ever watch my stuff, I typically don't exaggerate and stuff. That's probably off by 3 times because we don't do a good job changing lead sources from how they originally came in over to repeat customer. So those are just the ones that we've caught. So I can, for fact, show you 45K that's come through on my customer retention strategies.
Right on.
Awesome. Benjamin's shouting out to you, John. Just want to say a pat in my business after John. Hey, also to add on to that, we had a customer that sent out 2,100 voicemail bombs to existing clients that he hadn't done work for in 18 months or more. So he went through a CRM, downloaded a list, uploaded it to SynJim, tagged it. Clients haven't done work for in 18 months, sent out 2,100 voicemail bombs, and he booked $30,000 in soft washing in 1 week. So if you guys are worried about paying back the $799, we can almost guarantee you'll get it back if you are following what we're talking about here. let's see. I had a couple other questions come in. I'm looking for them.
I've got one I'd want to respond to there, Daniel, if you don't mind. So Spyro says, what is everyone's thoughts on signing up to get this killer deal right before going into the slow season? Here's a couple of things to look at on that. First off, you do want to set this thing up. Now, you don't need 3 months to set it up, okay? But you want to get it set up, and it's going to give you the opportunity to not be in the middle of your season where you can't think at all because you're so busy with work to get this thing done. So you can do it right. You can get all of your sequences created. You can get all of your postcards, work with Dan's team, get your own logos and all that stuff put on everything, and it's set up and ready to go. And then on top of it, it's your slow season, but you still need to be doing your follow-up sequences right now. This is when you need to be staying on their mind, so that way in the spring they don't call someone else. They here through the winter, maybe you need to send a couple of postcards. Send a Christmas one in December. Send another one in January. And then send another one like maybe March 1st saying, hey man, don't forget about us, or a voicemail bomb on top of it as well. So I would say it's a very good time to do it because A, you're going to be able to get it set up properly, and B, you're going to stay on those people's minds so they don't call someone else when the spring comes.
Yeah, that's perfect. It gives you time to get it set up, get everything all dialed in. Let's see. Eric says, I got to the webinar late. Yes, we're going to send out a replay tomorrow so you can see this from the beginning. You'll have access to it. There was a lot of education in the beginning, so really good to watch, even if you don't buy the offer. Let's see. Where can we sign up for the marketing course? So the marketing course is available to you for $299 if you purchase the deal. So once you go through our purchase process, another page is going to pop up saying, do you want to add the marketing course? So that's how that works. If you want to buy the marketing course separate from that, I can help you out. You can email daniel@syngym.com. The marketing course is normally $997. Let's see here. Let's see. What's the best way to integrate to Customer Factor? Okay, so we have an open API, which basically means that CRMs come and integrate to us because they want their customers to have this functionality and they don't have it today. And so instead of building it themselves, they say, we're going to go to the best vendor for this. They choose SynGym and they integrate with us. So there's actually steps to take on your CRM side. So if you have the Customer Factor, or you have Responsibit, or you have Jobber, or you have Service Autopilot, you just tell the support team on your CRM or one of those platforms, I just bought this platform, and they know that they integrate with us. They'll walk you through the setup. It's very, very simple, but that is how it's done.
Hey, can I throw something out, John? Or John, yeah. John, you be quiet over there while I'm talking. Daniel, do I have your permission to talk?
Yeah, man.
Guys, I love John, for the record. I like trying to pick on him because everyone loves him more than me. So it hurts my feelings. But there's been a couple of questions on here about like the replay, and one guy's saying I can't find it right now, but I didn't even find out about this tonight, and I didn't hear the whole thing, and yada yada yada. Let me throw a couple things at you guys. And I'm going to put like a hard sell on you here, but I'm going to do it with integrity and with conviction. I said this when I was doing the presentation, but I'm going to say it again, is a lot of people ask, hey, does SynGym work? And guys, here's what I want to throw at you is, direct mail works. Following up with your customers work. Emails work. Voicemails work. They just do. Okay. I sent out 2 emails for a particular service in the month of October, and it generated over $17,000 for me. Okay. This stuff works. What SynGym does is adds the accountability and the consistency that all of us lack. It makes it happen for you when you're not thinking about it. So don't pass up the opportunity. Well, you can pass it up. SynGym's still a great deal at $99 a month. It's still a great deal if you get it tomorrow. But if you get it tonight, you're getting 4 free months. You're getting, was it 1,500 credits? I think I'm already forgetting. You're getting a lot of freebies. Don't miss it just because there's a little bit of concern there. This is the best deal that anyone's ever been offered on SynGym. You need it. And Daniel, I know you're not a high pressure sales guy, and I'm not either, but this is just the honest to God truth, guys.
I'm not a high pressure sales guy. Our product speaks for itself. If you have a service business, your customers are your gold. You can't, when we talk about losing customers and the filling the bucket concept and the holes in the bucket, it is way, way, way cheaper to keep a customer than acquire a new one. I think probably everybody in this webinar has done Google Ads, has done Facebook, has done some type of direct mail, they've done something to acquire customers, right? We've all done it. I've done it with my business. And if you are not retaining every single customer you can with a strong follow-up program and retention program, you are spending money in the wrong place. You have to plug as many holes in that bucket as you can. That's your best ROI is marketing to your own customers. I'm preaching that just from the perspective of I want you guys to do well. Whether you use SynGym or not, like Bobby said, it doesn't really matter to me. We are here to educate. We want you to be successful. SynGym's a great way to do it, but please go out and invest in either SynGym or some other tool to retain your customers before you go spending thousands of dollars on Google. I did it. I spent $2,000 a month on Google. I did it for almost a year and realized I had way more return with SynGym and actually stopped doing that. Where can I watch the replay, Joseph? It's going to be emailed to you in the morning, I believe. Let's see. What about for the guys that are about to start the business?
Oh, I got a question for me. This is kind of one of my passion projects. Somebody said, how does it integrate with Responsibid?
Oh gosh, Bobby, keep it short because there's other answers coming.
Yeah, okay, I'll be real short. I'm friends with Daniel here, and I'm also friends with Kurt, the CEO of Responsibid, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, you guys need to integrate and call it ResponsiGym or something like that, because frankly, here's what it is. My follow-up sequences, it's a combination of the two. So if you love one, the other one just makes it a million times better. And it doesn't matter which way you're going. If you love Responsibid, SynGym makes Responsibid that much better. If you love SynGym, Responsibid makes SynGym that much better. They were made to work together. They're a really, really good program. And those are the two things that I use for all my stuff. And SynGym's an integral part of it.
If you're going to start your business in 45 days, I encourage you to purchase tonight. You can set it up as part of your best practice when you're setting up your business. Just like you're going to buy a CRM, you're going to subscribe to QuickBooks. You got to do all those things as part of setting up the business. This can be one of them. Something I want to answer that hasn't been asked yet. What's going to happen when you sign up? When you sign up, you're going to get a link emailed to you. It's going to come probably from a server called Epic Mail, like an email from email address called Epic Mail. Look for it in your inbox. If you don't see it, look for it in your junk mail. Sometimes it goes to your junk mail. Because I think we're trying to send you an offer or market to you, but that is your sign-up link. You're going to go through a sign-up process. It's going to ask if you want free samples. Say yes. We'll send you free samples of the brownies, the postcards. And if you have any questions, you have any issues, we have a quick chat in the bottom of our website. We've got the phone number that I mentioned for support. And I'll give you my personal email. It's daniel@syngym.com. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. But that's kind of the sign-up process. If you have any questions at all, have any problems, reach out to us. I would buy the customer factor from, oh man, too many things are coming in. I can't keep it still. From get-go to I wish I would have. Yes, we've been waiting to do it. I see me. Bobby, I haven't seen anything about your Responsibid. Send me something, please.
I'll take care of it.
Understand, but I don't get my working capital until 45 days. What do you think, guys? Do we wait 45 days to help this guy out who hasn't started his business yet? I think we can do that.
I've got a soft spot for new guys, so I would vote yes. I think as long as we're being transparent right now with anyone watching.
Yeah, so please don't take advantage of us there. If you'd like to reach out in 45 days, you got to have to remind me. I have a lot of customers, but please, I think we can help you out with that. Who makes the brownies? I forget the company name. They're out of Utah, I believe, and they are phenomenal.
I think they're magical fairies that make the brownies. They're literally gourmet brownies. They're not like packaged, things you can get at the store. They're legit.
Yeah, the customer factor integrating with SynGym. John, I know you use the customer factors. Can you answer that?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I didn't want to tackle it, so I just contacted your team, and they pretty much took care of everything for me. So it was pretty seamless.
Okay.
All of my customers, prospects was transferred right over to SynGym, and it stays updated. It constantly just, when I put a new customer or a prospect in, it updates. So everything is speaking with each other, and I didn't have to do anything. It was taken care of in 5 or 10 minutes. So that was pretty cool on your guys' end. I didn't have to do anything. Also, I kind of wanted to touch on about with it being the end of the season for some guys. This is, for me, I use the customer factor in SynGym. Possibly, I'm playing around with Response a bit also, but this is like the prime time to set up programs like this because it does take a little bit of time to fine tune and personalize and get everything how you want it. And with SynGym, I know like last winter, I remember driving through like neighborhoods and seeing certain homes and seeing specific things, coming home, making a sequence for like that neighborhood or that mansion that I drove past or whatever. And it's pretty fun. And then you can kind of build these awesome sequences, and you have the time to do that when it's your down season. Can't really do that when you're super busy and coming home at 8 p.m.
Yeah. All right. So reach out to our customer support. We'll help you with the integration. We can walk you through it. Is there an extra charge to get your logos on postcards? No, we will help you with that. You have to contact us, but we can help you upload them in there. Can I pay monthly? You can, but you won't get this deal. You can just sign up at syngym.com. You get a 14-day free trial. Then you can pay $99 a month. Jordan and Chariot Cleaning, I encourage you to sign up tonight because the deal is tonight. I don't know if we'll ever do this again. I'm already wondering if this was a good idea. But John talked me into it. Bobby talked me into it. And if worse comes to worse, in 30 days, you feel like this was a terrible idea, we'll give you your money back. We're not like a scheming thing. John told you earlier, he's never steered you guys wrong. This is not
Daniel, can I interrupt you on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you hate it when I interrupt you, but it's like what I do. So don't bring me on these things if you don't like it. Guys, I just want to speak on that. As far as the integrity of this company, I had mentioned I signed up for SynGym. It was my second month when I signed up. And here's what happened. I actually watched a webinar. This is actually kind of surreal for me doing this webinar because I watched this webinar my first month in business, and Josh Latimer did it. And I was just like, oh my God, my eyes were big and everything. And, but I didn't have the money. So I couldn't do it right then. And, I called a week later or so because I had a few bucks, I'd sold a couple of jobs, and I talked to one of the guys at the office, and I said, listen, I really want to do this thing. I'm brand new, yada, yada, yada. And he goes, well, how much revenue are you doing? I said, well, I'm in my first month and I've done like $2,000 or whatever at this point. I forget the exact numbers. And he said, listen, Bobby, you being brand new, and I was in a tough spot. He told me not to buy. I had my card in hand, and he said, don't buy this right now. You don't need it, Bobby. Call me back when you've sold this much and we'll do it. Well, the next month I sold that much and I did it. And the reason I want to bring that up is this is not a company that it's one of the reasons I'm willing to do this. I don't shill for anyone. I've had people ask me multiple times over the months if I'll promote their products and stuff on my podcast, on my YouTube channel. I only promote a couple, and it's because I believe in them. SynGym's one of them. SynGym's on every one of my podcasts, every one of my YouTube things, because I know they take care of people. They've taken care of me. They've shown me kindness, integrity, and they've made me a lot of money. So that's that.
Yeah, we're not a bait and switch. Here's the real office here. I've got Alicia here helping me out. She's our digital marketer. She's still at work. We're a small business, and we treat other small businesses like we'd like to be treated. So that's what it is. All right, syngym.com if you're interested in the monthly deal. Let's see.
Thanks, Charles.
Anything else, guys? So how much is this much? Jim, sorry, I don't understand your question.
I think he's asking how much is the deal. I think he's still a little confused on the price.
Oh, $799 is tonight, and that gets you 100 free credits, which is worth $69. Gets you 1,000 voicemail bombs, which is worth 350 or $45, I think. The super course upsell, that's an additional $299 if you want to buy it. That's normally $997. So that's the deal tonight. And then if you want to send anything after that first 100 postcards, you have to buy credits, and the postcards are 69 cents each.
Well, but they're going to end up getting 1,500 credits with this deal tonight.
100 free credits.
100. Isn't there 150 or so? I'm sorry.
You can earn like 100 credits by taking the training online. 150 credits by taking the training online. You get 1,000 free voicemails, and you get 100 free credits.
Oh, 1,000 voicemails. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, quick Chariot Cleaning. You said can you call and get this set up ASAP? If you buy tonight, you'd like to send out postcards for Christmas, dude. If you buy tonight, you're gonna be sending postcards 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. It's super easy.
Yeah. What time is the offer over? It'll probably be good until I get to the office in the morning, honestly, and then I'll turn it off. Let's see. Can I call you tomorrow? Get this set? Yeah. What time is it? Is there anything else you guys are seeing out here that I'm missing?
I don't think so. We got the offer.
Do you
Asked
have
about
that?
the price.
Joseph asked about the number. Yes, our number is, again, it's 855-663-5937.
Yep, I'm not seeing anything. See, Jim said, "Can I send to a specific address?" I think that's been answered. But yeah, Jim, you can send to a single address. You can hyper target everything with the drawing tool. It's super awesome.
Yeah, you can highlight one house on the map, like Bobby said, a mansion, and just send them something every day if you want.
Yep. Or when people are total pricks to me, I have a "you're a prick" sequence that I send them a postcard every week, just telling them how much no one loves them.
Are memberships transferable? No, they're not. You would own the membership, Eric. If you, for some reason, bought another company or changed your company name, we'd be happy to, give you that membership on another company. But you're not going to be able to give it to your brother or some other person that I don't know as you. Does that make sense? If I send a pic in front of me in front of the neighborhood, wait, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up on the feed. Is editing the photos hard, or does your team do that? I'm not good with. We can help you do that. We can help you with the editing. If you have, we do a little bit of editing for you. So let me clarify this. We'll help you create some custom postcards. But if you're wanting to create a custom postcard left and right, we have a graphic design firm that we'll recommend you go to. And they are very familiar with SendJim. One of their designers actually, I think the owner of the business actually used to work at SendJim as a graphic designer. So we'll eventually refer you out. But to get you set up and started, we'll get you a custom design and photos. Let's see. Bobby, do you do private sessions on starting up business?
Yeah, I responded. I don't do coaching, but if you want to hit me up on Facebook, I'm happy to chat with you and see if I can give you some pointers.
Yes, you can send in a picture of you in front of the neighborhood or something, and we can get that on your card. We'll just have to we can show you how to do that. There's cards templates that already leave a space for a picture to be inserted, and we wouldn't even have to do anything with that. You could do it yourself, and we'll teach you.
Jason, here's the thing, man. I don't want to be irresponsible and tell you to spin it if you don't got it. But the fact of the matter is, I just interviewed Chris Martinez for my podcast, and he it's not live yet. But Chris Martinez is just kicking ass down in Houston. And one of the quotes he shared on the podcast is that amateurs focus on the front end, professionals focus on the back end. And what he means by that is you don't look at what something costs you. You look at what something will make you, what the return on it is. Here's the fact. I don't want to talk you out of buying tonight. if you buy it in March at the regular price, regular monthly, frankly, Daniel will make more money with that in the long run, and you're still going to make a lot of money. SynGym will be great for you. If you got it, you're going to get a deal tonight that's better than anything you have. The 1,000 voicemail bombs, if you send those to your customer list, if you have, you'll make your money back in a week just with those. And when I say a week, you'll send the voicemail bombs out tomorrow, schedule the job 3 days later, cash the check 4 days later. You got your money back in the bank and you're good. So it's good stuff.
Jason, I would say, if anything, unless you already have enough work to keep 2 trucks running full time, this is the time to buy it, because you need to keep that second truck busy.
Yeah.
Bobby and I talked with one of our good friends, Mike Dalkey, about this, and talking about investing in capacity versus investing in your pipeline. And you really got to invest in the pipeline. So this is the tool to do that. If you have the capacity, now it's the perfect time to keep that truck busy.
Brian Haggerty, he this was a year ago. It was last summer, not the one we just had, but the one before. But he was on Latimer's podcast. He did one voicemail bomb to his customer base, and it generated $30,000 for him. Now he has a big customer base, but one voicemail bomb, $30K hit. Good stuff.
Yeah. So Jason, the one other thing too, I'd say is, again, we'll refund you if you don't feel good about this, and in a few weeks. So I say do it now, and then we'll give you your money back. It's not an arduous process. It's literally
I can't see anyone else.
It's literally contacting us, and we just refund you. It's not we're going to hassle you. You're not going to be able to get to somebody. I'm only 14 months and sole proprietor. I don't know that that's relevant if you've got a couple trucks or even one truck and you want to get bigger. I mean, this is the way to do it. Are the voicemail bombs automated? Yes. So you record the file, you record the message you want to send, and you click all the addresses or people, your customers that you want to send it to, and you click send. That's it. It's basically replacing you as having to go out there and make all those phone calls. John, what do I gotta spend monthly with SynGym besides the membership fee? So I think I can answer that. Maybe John will add to it, but basically you just have to spend whatever you want to send. So you can spend nothing extra. I think you're probably saying, what do I have to spend to make money? I'll let John answer that since it was addressed to him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so I do it annually. I use SynGym annually. But so I don't spend money monthly, but I do purchase. Yeah, it just depends on what's going on that month. I'm big on like the gifts. So say 1 week we just have like a scheduling catastrophe or whatever, then I'm sending out a lot of like brownies and whatnot. Voicemail bombs and the postcards. I'm not super big on postcards, so I don't spend a lot of money there. But we do target certain like neighborhoods. But I use a lot of voicemail bombs. So I think here's an auto refill feature, right, Daniel?
Yep.
Yeah, we basically say how many credits do you want us to buy for you when you run out? And so a lot of the people that use this in the way we recommend, which is integrated with their CRM and it's automated, they never log in. Bobby probably never logs into SynGym. He doesn't see
never.
how much he spends. Most of these people don't know how much they spend, and they're not tracking it because they're making money. So The more they're spending, the more they're getting back. So that's
the only time I log in is if I'm doing a voicemail bomb, like a big blanket one, or if I'm doing like a active radius bomb. But all my follow-up stuff and my voicemails that go the day before and the week after and all that stuff, it just happens. I never even think about it, and it just reloads my card every time it runs down.
Yep, and we do have printable receipt. You can put this on your taxes for sure. This is tax deductible.
I never really care about spending money with SynGym because it's always like a pretty much guaranteed ROI down the road. So it auto refills those credits.
It's investing. It's investing in your business. It's like buying chemicals. Like you're never worried about buying chemicals because that's you're making money as you're buying them. It's like paying employees too. I love writing a check to my employees, especially when they're hourly or commission, because you're like, man, that's a big check. That means I'm making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Chariot Cleaning says, Bobby, do you use SynGym more or do you still use door hangers on the ground?
Good question.
Okay, so I don't do door hangers. I am doing clip flyers, if you guys know what that is, but that's a little different than just doing my stupid dogs. Get out of here. I am using some clip flyers now, but let's take that out of the equation because that's something that's new that I just started doing. Customer acquisition. I do use SendJim for customer acquisition, but for me, SendJim's beauty is that plugging the holes in the buckets. So I don't do a ton of like radius bombs. What will happen is if I go into a community that's gated and they say to me, like they're wanting a roof cleaning, this is kind of the typical thing. They want a roof cleaning, and then the person will say, yeah, the HOA just sent letters out to everyone wanting to get a roof cleaned. I'm like, oh, you don't say. So as soon as I pull out of the community, I pull over to the side of the road, I pull the app up, I draw the damn circle around that community, and I have a sequence. I think it's called Big House Sequence, and it's 3 different postcards, and it'll hit them 6 times, each one twice. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it'll just advertise my services, and everyone has a roof on it because that's our biggest thing. So it's roof and something, roof and something, roof and something. So that's how I use that. It works great. Water clip flyers. I'm not going to get into that right now just because it's a different topic. But if you want to go to my YouTube channel,
clip flyer course coming out soon, don't you?
I do actually. I do.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah. I've got a clip flyer course I'm going to be working on as I'm working through it.
I say that, myself. Guys, because and sorry to cut you off, Bobby, but Bobby is like the clip flyer expert, and I've been chariot cleaning. I'm saying this to you too because I've been scared in my business to do clip flyers. I've asked Bobby a ton of questions. He's been so nice and answered so many of them because we're friends. And I said, Bobby, you got to do a course, man. This is great information. But yeah, I think that's great. Yep. Let's see. What was the other thing I wanted to add? I have a different opinion on the door hangers. So we talked about the marketing and the number of touches to get someone to buy. I like to think of it as this. When you're doing 5 rounds, I still recommend doing the door hanger. So the first touch you hope is that they see your van. Hey, what's up, pup? We hope that they see your van while you're cleaning you're cleaning their neighbor's house. Then you put the door hanger on their door. So that's the second touch. And then you hit them with a 3 to 5 postcard sequence. Now they've got 5 to 7 touches and they know about your company. There's no way they don't. So I like to hit them in those different ways. They've seen your van, they got it off their door hanger, and now you're in their mailbox. I mean, they start thinking, wow, these people are everywhere, as opposed to if they don't see your van in the neighborhood and they don't get a door hanger, then you're just a random company mailing them something.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, the physical thing on their door really validates that, hey, my neighbor bought this and they're mailing me. So I know it's challenging to get employees to do it and whatnot, which is why SendJim has the 5-round feature, but I like that. I like doing it like that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's a great idea.
All right.
Saw someone mention
guys?
Let's see. I saw the word bitch a second ago. So $7.99 for membership and everything else is more money. Just asking. I sound like a little bitch.
I answered him.
Did you already answer that one?
Yeah, he's correct. It's $7.99 for the membership. That gives you access to our tools. Anything you send is you'll have to pay for, except for emails are free. Mm-hmm. Bobby's podcast is awesome, by the way.
It's all right.
All right, guys. I don't see any more questions coming in. If you have any questions, email Daniel at SendJim tomorrow, and I will answer them. Please check out tonight so we don't have any people coming to me tomorrow and asking about checking out, because then I'll either have to let you check out and make me a liar to John and Bobby since I said I wouldn't, or I'll have to turn you away. Neither one's good. Don't put me in the middle of that. Check out tonight, and we will refund you if you do not like it. I promise. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bobby, John, thank you. Yeah. John especially. We really appreciate access to Team Wash Life. All right, guys. Go get them.
Thanks, everyone.
Team Wash Life.
Bye.
Peace out.